good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. And hello to everybody in between and outside. Hope you're having a great day. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter, and it's Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday, which it's the Taylor Swift game. Not a huge fan of sports, as many of you know, but I may tune in. I mean, the halftime show is always entertaining, and Lady Gaga was amazing when she did it, however many years ago that was. And I still watch that. I still go back and watch that one because it was a superb halftime show. So we'll see how Usher does. Is it Usher? Is it Usher today? I don't remember. Whoever's doing it today, we'll see who. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hi everybody, we got the Siberian Win, we got Blastoma, we got Sewing with Luane, Louise, Shelly, Jacqueline, Evelyn, Josie, Judy, Kathy, Cindy, Shelly, Donna Bogart, Kay Harris is here, hi, Dawn, Jan, thank you all for being here. There were some others a little ways back that I missed, and I do apologize, so if I didn't say your name, please do not be offended. I know that I'm going to be missing a few people. Catherine is here. Pat Boo is here. Marty is here. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm like not settled in to my chair for some reason. I'm also like just slightly chilled. Have you ever been where you're not like super cold, but you're not super warm either, and you need something in between, like a hoodie and I don't know what, not wearing a hoodie, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, can y'all hear me okay? Yeah, okay. Just checking the tech. That's fine. Hi, Pat Strawhouse. I saw your message earlier. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to all my channel members for being here today and being a part of the channel membership. Speaking of channel membership, let me do a little quick test here. Because supposedly, like YouTube told me that I should be able to give out 5 memberships per month, supposedly. And last time we did a live, I tried to go in and do that, and it didn't give it to me. And it's looking like I am under the same kind of boat again, because it's looking like it doesn't want to give me the ability to give memberships away for a month. But hey, you know, YouTube's great sometimes, right? Yeah, for some reason I don't have that feature yet. Maybe it's slow to roll out. I don't know. But maybe maybe at a future point I will be able to gift 5 memberships away. I don't know. We're going to spend a few minutes going over some like business. We got business to attend to first, so we're going to go over all the business. I do apologize, it's going to take a hot second to get through everything, but there's some business to attend to first. First of all, cotton cuts. If you're working on a puzzle mystery quilt, whether it be Carnival or Tree of Life, Cotton Cuts put out a Facebook post letting everybody know that shipping is being delayed for whatever reason. Kim posted on Cotton Cuts that their Clue 7 for Carnival, they normally have about a 15% delay rate of packages making it to their recipients late. This one's edging up close to 20%. So 20% of the packages are late getting out Clue 7. So if you are missing Clue 7, be patient. They're aware of what's going on, and unfortunately it is out of their control because this is dealing with the post office and the post office getting these clues out to you. So just hang on. If you do not get it within, you know, pretty soon-ish, feel free to email help@cottoncuts.com. Let them know that you're still missing clue number 7. They, of course, will track it down and see if it's either close to delivery or they'll figure out something to take care of you. So be on the lookout if you're missing Clue 7. If you are missing Clue 1 or your initial package, if you purchased it in bulk at the beginning for Tree of Life, I still have not even received my clue, or my box of clues, I should say, because I get them all at once. I still haven't even received my box. Supposedly it's going to deliver tomorrow, but it's been like hanging out somewhere for a while. So USPS, I don't know what's happening. A lot of it is due to weather and flooding and all sorts of different things. So just be patient. It's out of Cotton Cut's hand, unfortunately, trying to get these out there. They do the best that they can whenever they deliver or when they drop them off at the post office. And then from that point on, it's strictly up to the post office. So if you are concerned, again, feel free to reach out to help@cottoncuts.com, send them an email, let them know that you are curious about your package. And if you need to track your package, you can actually go into your purchases on the Cotton Cuts website and find the tracking number there. And then type that into USPS or copy and paste or however you want to do it. So just be, it happens. Pat asked, is it because Becca gave them away? And she's referring to the memberships. Becca last time did give 5 memberships away. No, I should be able to give my own memberships away. I believe Becca purchased those. So I think it's just YouTube slowly rolls them out. I don't know. Let's see. Pat Booz says, your vortex is beautiful. I have a question. Once you finish the first half, how quickly does the second half take? I am doing the block of the month. So the vortex quilt that you see behind me was a block of the month from, I almost said Cotton Cuts. It is not Cotton Cuts. It is Legit Kits. And the first half went slower than the second half did for the most part, except for over in the, this area here. This took a hot second, but honestly, as you get closer to this side and this edge, it goes really, really fast. So the second half really did not take long at all. So it goes together pretty quickly. Jen says, hi everyone, I have the windows open and I'm tempted to turn on a fan. What makes this worth nothing? I'm in Canada and it's still winter, supposedly. Well, you know, what's really funny is we had very warm weather for the past couple of days, and now it is 48 with a high of 53. It is cloudy, overcast, and drizzly. I'm actually a little chilly today, although a couple of days ago I was out in shorts, so it's all over the place. It is all over the place. Michelle says, I got clue 1 for Tree of Life and finished it yesterday. Excellent. So Quilty with Melissa is here and says, yay, I made a live. Welcome. I'm so glad that you made a live. Sewing with Lane says clue 7 came in yesterday, but I did let them know. So excellent. Glad to hear that it is making out there. I'm so behind on your chat here. I got my Tree of Life box. Hope to work on it today. Great, Anna. I'm glad to hear that. Jackie got her box yesterday after UPS said that they returned it to Cotton Cuts. How lovely. Something's up with, Louise says, maybe your box is vacationing in Puerto Rico like my fat quarter shop package did. That sucks. I mean, I would like to go on a trip to Puerto Rico, but that ain't happening. Anyways, I also heard from Fallon, if you ordered from Fallon, So Be It Quilts, Matthew said that they lost like 20 packages. UPS, not USPS, but UPS lost like 20 packages of theirs. And then like a week ago, miraculously found them. Go figure. So just be kind to your online retailers. They're trying their best. They can't, once you drop it off at a shipping, there's not much you can do. All right, so let's talk about a few other things. Zippered pouches. I have made these zippered pouches, and if you go over to my Facebook page, there's a link to it down in the description of this video. If you go over to my Facebook page, I'm selling these. I have a few of these for sale. So if you go onto my Facebook page, it gives all the details. I think it is, what did I say, $53, $54. That includes shipping though. So shipping is basically included in the cost. If you're interested in checking out what I have available, there's not many. It's a very limited batch. If you're interested, head over to the Facebook page. Each photo has a letter in the corner of the photo, either on the left or right side. Then send me an email at offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. Let me know which one you want. First come, first serve. All that kind of stuff. So I'm looking to sell these. If you're interested in one, please feel free to go check out my Facebook page. It is like the first post that I have up there because I just posted it. So feel free to, if you're interested, oh, I shot that too far. I was too strong with my arm. Maybe I'll be in the Super Bowl. No. So if you're interested in a zipper pouch, feel free to go check out that Facebook page and send me an email. I swear shipping companies need to get it together. No kidding, Donnell. It is crazy out there. My fortune teller clue 7 is on vacation right now. Rachel, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful when that happens? I was supposed to have a package yesterday from I Heart Tula Pink, and it has a quilt backing in it, and I don't know where it is. It just says delivering late now, and I'm like, great, perfect, awesome. Deborah, not at work. What? Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Not at work. It looks like you'll be going in later, though. Not work yet. So looks like you'll be going into work a little bit later. All right. What else? I made another Hemingway pouch. This is like my 20 billionth. But if you caught my live stream from Boxcar Quilts, you probably saw that I liked this material, and I picked up a fat quarter. I think it was a fat quarter from the fat quarter bin of Tim Holtz Fabrics. So I went ahead and sewed it into a Hemingway pouch. I love it. I used some buffalo checkered plaid on the inside. I don't know why I tripped over that word, but I did. But I used buffalo checkered plaid both on the outside and on the inside. And I like how that looks a lot. I really love how that looks. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I'm drowning in Hemingway pouches. I will probably give this away as a gift, or I might sell it. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with it, but I literally have a whole stack of Hemingway pouches over here that I need to do something with. One of them is mine. One of them I'm keeping because I'm going to be, that's going to be my iPad Hemingway pouch, but the rest of them I have, let's see, I have 4 over there that I'm either going to give away or sell or something. I don't know. So, yeah. The Siberian Wind says USPS announced that they're changing the route in Wyoming. That's sure to mess things up too. Oh my gosh, that's got to be a headache because it never goes smoothly anytime that happens. It's funny because when I went to stay with Becca, I actually temporarily transferred my mail up there. So instead of routing all my mail to here, it routed it up to Becca. And there was one, so I came home December 2nd. And I had my mail switch back, I think like December 1st or something like that. I don't know. It was very, like a day or two before I was returning home. Becca still got my mail for a good like week or two after I returned, because there was something that was postmarked on, what was that? November 23rd. I think it was November 23rd. And I got it, she got it like December, I want to say like December 10th or something like that. And I was like, what? How does this work? I don't understand, but whatever. Anywho, Rachel says, those are so cool. I haven't made a Hemingway pouch yet. I just got back home after being gone for a month and have missed my sewing machine. I would miss it too. Teresa's made 6 bags so far. That's awesome. Lindsay says, hi Ian, I've been working on making sleeves and then a rod for a quilt show starting tomorrow. There should be a tutorial for quilt sleeve. So if you go on to Cotton and Bourbon's website, there is a free downloadable PDF that it is free. You can download it for free, and it is the best quilt hanging sleeve tutorial that I've ever seen. It has given me I used to get so frustrated with hanging sleeves, but it has really made them a lot easier for me. So make sure to go check out Cotton and Bourbon website. If you type into Google Cotton Bourbon quilting, it'll come up. Head into her shop. She has a free PDF tutorial, and it is chef's kiss. So good. Tracy says, I have family coming over for the game soon, so figure I can get a few fabrics cut for the Sew Along Tuesday. Excellent. UPS announced layoffs. They're already slow. That's going to make things even slower. Ooh. Let's see. All right. Mary says, USPS, can't say anything nice about them these days. You have no idea. Seems to be getting worse and worse for sure. All right, so what else were we talking about? So we did that one, I did that one. Let's talk about the sew along. If you haven't already noticed on my channel, there are some pre-loaded dates in there for live streams. I'm going to be doing the Showering Stars pattern. I told y'all about this end of last year. Sorry that there's a lot of reflection going on here. We're going to be working on this one. We're going to be working on the Showering Stars pattern. I figured this would be a really good way to get rid of some of my scraps. So I'm going to be making this very scrappy. I did purchase the backing fabric, and the Star Point fabrics. But everything else I'm going to be using my scraps for. So if you want to do it like me and you want to make it scrappy, I have put in a day for us to go through and sort our scraps into the different color families. If you are going to purchase a jelly roll, because this is a jelly roll friendly quilt pattern, if you're going to be doing the jelly roll method, you can hang out with us and sort, or you can go ahead and cut your jelly roll or whatever you want to do. But I have listed out the dates for each of the steps that we're going to be working on. Notice that I'm not giving cutting instructions because this is a pattern from a pattern designer, Robin Pickens Quilt Patterns, and I want to give her every ounce of credit that she deserves in putting this together. So please purchase the pattern. Don't just try and circumvent that process. If you are interested in doing this, head over to the link that is in the description box of those videos. I did put a link so that you can pick up the pattern. It is a PDF pattern, or you can purchase the physical pattern from lots of different quilt shops. So we're going to be working on this together. I was really hoping to get, well, it's over there. I was going to grab it for a second and show you. I was really hoping to get like a kind of navy blue for the background, but unfortunately my quilt shop didn't have any of the navy blue that I was looking for in the speckled line. So I went with a black, and it has kind of like bronze and silver metallic flakes in it, so it should be pretty cool. Can't wait. Fallon is here. Hi, Fallon. There you are. Let's see. Lindsay says, hopefully I'll get my PMQ tomorrow. I hope so too. Did you know that you're getting ads on this live stream? My second just finished. I try to like set the settings to provide as little as possible, and YouTube just decides it just wants to throw them all out there. So sorry about that. There's really little that I can unfortunately control with that. Let's see. Pastry Queens. Hi, Pastry Queen. Good to see you again. I guess Amazon will arrive 7 to 10 days for Prime. I missed the 2-day delivery. I do too as well. Let's see. I am just going through. Oh, Louise says, are you using a black background like the pattern? Like I said, I was hoping to use kind of a navy. I really wanted to go more with the blue navy family, but unfortunately I just couldn't find it. So I am going with kind of the grayish black. Tracy says, ooh, I bought this pattern last year and I want to make it, so sew along would be fun with you. Excellent. I am so glad to hear that. I got the pattern. Isn't it pretty? Yes, Pat, it is super pretty. First husband. Hey, Matt, good to see you. Just got here to ask which team of men in right pants do you want? Oh, so I think what he meant to say was just here to ask which team of men in tight pants would you want to win tonight? Whoever's team Taylor's boyfriend is on. I don't know. Yeah, Louise, I don't know. Like some people get ads, some people don't. I don't know. Anyways, so there are plenty of dates available for this pattern already on my docket for the month of March. We're going to be starting. I'm going to be really tired on March 3rd because my flight is at 6 a.m. from Becca's. So I'm going to be real tired, but we're going to make it happen and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, any questions? You need, if you're going to do the printed fabric, if you're going to do a jelly roll, you need 1 jelly roll. For the Star Point fabric, you need 1 yard. And for the background fabric, you need 4 3/4 yard fabric. Backing fabric is 5 3/4 yard, and then binding will be 3/4 yard of fabric. Does that answer any other questions with this? Any other questions with the sew along? I hope I answered everything. If I didn't, I apologize. You can always leave me a comment if you're watching this on the replay. Right, So Be a Quilt, like Fallon, it's Taylor's team. That's who it is. So if you have any questions and you're watching this on the replay and that made it on the floor, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll answer them as soon as I can. Lily, wait, no more 2-day Prime. Sometimes you get 2-day Prime, sometimes you don't. It really just depends. So, yeah. Jointies finally made it home. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. What third ad? What is up with that? I don't understand. What's the pattern called again? It is called Showering Stars. Showering Stars. And it is from Robin Pickin Quilts. Showering Stars. It is going to be a fun one. And I really saw this. I saw this hanging up in one of the quilt stores that Becca took me to while I was visiting her. And it's a big quilt. It's a really big quilt. So Pat Strawhouse, ads are fine with me as long as they help support your channel. I really appreciate that so much, Pat. Very, very much. So yeah, it should be a fun sew along. As soon as I saw that quilt, I'm like, this would be a great way to use up scraps because I have a whole bin of scraps and I really need to get them organized and used. And I feel like this would be a great way to do that. Andrea, I'm still getting same day delivery with Prime, but we have a distribution center close by here in Houston. I have several distribution centers, both west side of town, south side of town. I think there's some, yeah, there's one in north side of town. So I do get it pretty quick, but some places they're like doing away with the 2-day Prime. I don't know why. Pisses me off, whatever. All right, all that. We are now 21 minutes into this live, and we're just now starting to talk about what I'm going to work on today, but here we are. Lots to talk about. I told y'all it would be a lot to talk about. So, I missed the intro about the sew along, but we'll watch the replay. I'm glad it doesn't start until March. Joyty, it is just going to be the Showering Stars. We're going to be sewing along. I have all the dates pre-set up, so just feel free to check that out. And you have a little bit of time if you're going to QuiltCon. Maybe you can look at QuiltCon for your fabric to use. And I wanted to give everybody enough time to get their fabric collected and all that kind of stuff. So, Matthew, I got this one in, if you Google Guys Sew 2, there is a shop. They have a shop in their website that has a whole bunch of sewing related t-shirts. Just remember, if you do order from them, that it is UK sizes. So I have to order a size up. Because I normally wear a large, and when I ordered the large, it was a medium. So if you're going to be ordering from Guys Sew 2, make sure to order one size larger because they are UK sizes. All right, let's see here. Gravity. As you know, I've been working on the Gravity Quilt Kit. This was a quilt kit that was given to me by Threaded Lines. A huge shout out to them for giving me this quilt kit. They let me do an unboxing, and I've been sewing along with everybody for this quilt. Love this quilt. If you want to check out the video of me unboxing it, head over to the Gravity Quilt unboxing. And once again, huge shout out to Threaded Lines. We are going to be working on month 3. I'm jumping a little ahead because I've finished month 2, and we're going to be moving on to month 3. So we're going to be working on the orbit blocks, and I've gone ahead and I've cut all my fabric. Today we're going to be sewing the 2 pieces for this one. Just looking through the comments on the live stream, making sure I'm not missing anything. Donna says, I've been getting ads on lives for about 2 months now. YouTube controls them now. Isn't that, there used to be a way that we could and yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, I know, Sew the Distance, it is a great quilt. I've seen this quilt before, and I've really wanted to do this quilt for a long time, but the pattern went away for about 10 years. And this is the first one that is coming back. And there's going to be another sew along next year. There's going to be a quilt kit available using the Stonehenge collection. If you head over to the Threaded Lines website, they have the quilt kit available for you to purchase. So if you are interested, if you didn't get in this time and you're interested in doing it, head over to the Threaded Lines website and check out the Stonehenge version happening in 2025. You can pre-order it and get ready to start working on it next year. KMB Stitches says, I got YouTube Premium a while ago and never look back. It was worth it since my primary source of entertainment is YouTube. I wish that, because I pay for YouTube Live, so that's like live TV and such. I wish that I would not have commercials on that, but unfortunately, there's no getting around that. So Chris is here, Fallon is here, Matthew is here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate y'all being here, hanging out. Oh, Lori, that's a good way to look at it. Ads make me get up and stretch. It's like a 7th inning, or I make a tea or snack. That is a good idea. That is actually a really good idea. Because I know I get like really focused in, and then I forget what I'm doing, basically. No ads if you have YouTube Premium. So every month, we're basically, whenever we're cutting these out, we're basically making 2 colorways of the same piece, is what it looks like. I was gonna say like block, but it's not a square. It's kind of more diamond shaped. So I went ahead and cut everything yesterday. I'm gonna lay these out and take a look at everything, so that way I can hopefully get it right. You are very welcome, Matthew. I'm so glad that you ordered some shirts from them. They are great. They are absolutely great. Kim, thank you for subscribing. Glad to have you a part of my channel. All right, so I'm laying these out. I get very distracted when people walk by. I'm always like, who's that? What's happening? All right, so I'm just gonna lay these out and just kind of lay everything out before I actually start going into sewing all of it, because I do want to see if this is the order that I want to put everything in. KBM Stitches, hi Chris and Fallon. I was just watching an old live with you guys and Becca, excellent. Jackie says I set up my kitchen timer for an hour, so I have to get up and turn it off. That's a good idea, Jackie. I like that idea. All right, so I think I want to do the darker one over here. And we're going to go here. The good thing about this fabric is it is a solid fabric, so I can, it is a solid fabric, so that way there's no right or wrong side, basically. I don't have to worry about wrong or right sides. Priscilla, thank you so much. Welcome to the bronze level of membership here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and helping out my channel. And I'm looking in the camera to see if y'all can see what I'm working on and how it looks. Oh my gosh, Louise asks, any more gunfighting in your neighborhood lately? Thankfully, no. Thankfully, there has not been any more gunfire or gunshots lately. Somebody did suggest that if I wanted to find out what happened, I might be able, since I called it in to 911, I might be able to call the police department and ask if there's been like any updates. There's no guarantee that they'll give me any information, and any information may be pretty light, so I don't know. But I may search online and see if any police reports pull up for it. But I was like, oh, I hadn't even thought about that, so that's a good idea. Judy says, just order the pattern. We'll be joining you for the sew along. Excellent. So glad to hear that. Michelle says, I have an ad blocker plus on my laptop and no ads. Excellent. Very cool. What's the quilt behind you? Asked Carrie. Carrie, this is the Vortex quilt, and I'm trying to get out of the way. Instead, I just keep getting trapped. You can't see it. All right, so this is the Vortex quilt. This is the quilt that my quilter did an amazing job on. And as far as I know, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you will see it in the Dallas Quilt Show, because I went back onto the website and they said if you did not receive we have received all the quilts that we can receive, then your quilt is in the show. So this should be in the Dallas Quilt Show coming up in March. So super excited about that. Jan also ordered the pattern and will be joining us. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that, Jan. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I hope if you're doing it kind of scrappy like I am, that it's a good scrap buster. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I did order some bins from Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I did order some bins to hopefully help organize all the fabric. So I bought these little plastic bins, and I can always use plastic bins for a whole heck of things. So they have nice little handles on them, and I figure I could spread them out here on the table and then go through and sort into the different color choices, color families that I want to do. So Katie says there are open record laws in every state. The city, county you live in should be able to have something on their website where you can make an open records request. I may be doing that. We'll see. Anna's going to order the pattern as well. Awesome. Amy says, I'm new here. I didn't realize that you're in Texas too, Ian. Howdy. Hey, how are you? How far from Dallas-Fort Worth are you? Because I am currently in Dallas-Fort Worth. KMB Stitches says, I live in a bit of a rural area and someone's always asking if they heard fireworks or gunshots on the Ring neighborhood app. It happens. I used to be a part of the Nextdoor app when I was living, or the Nextdoor website when I was living with my mom. And all the time people would be like, hey, was that a gunshot or was that a, like, what? And it's like, well, I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna start sewing this together. You can kind of see on the table here what it looks like. I don't have the overhead camera plugged in today, so we're not gonna go with overhead cam, sorry. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm like trying to figure out exactly where to line this up at, because you have, when you cut triangles, you have those extra parts that are just kind of flopping out there in the wind. So I'm kind of looking to see where and how this is going to work. Oh, look at that. I can see right there. So it actually lines up. There's a notch. They cut off one of the notches on this triangle. So I can actually line it up with that notch and do it that way. Awesome. That's easy enough. So we're going to go this way. I love those. I bought them. They're great for my grandson's army men. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. That'll be... I figure even, because, you know, I bought them specifically for sorting my fabrics, but I thought, you know what, this would be, I'm going to be able to use this elsewhere too. Like, it's not just going to be for this project. There will be other projects and other things that I can use it for. So I was like, you know what, let's just splurge. Not necessarily splurge, but like, I think I can purchase these and find plenty of uses for them even after I finish sorting all my colors, you know? And I'm in Cypress, northwest of Houston. So you're actually closer, I think you might be closer to Fallon, So Be It Quilts, and her husband, the first husband of quilting. I think, if I remember correctly. Is that right, Fallon? All right, so we're just going to create our shapes. Just like this, and I'm trying to, like, I'm really taking my time with this quilt because I want as much perfection as I can get. I know you can never have 100% perfection, but I'm trying my best to be like as nice as possible with it. KBM Stitches, KMB, excuse me, Stitches said, on the 4th of July, someone cheekily posted asking if anyone else heard gunshots. Maybe there's a war going on. Oh, goodness gracious. Don't you just love when that happens? Tracy, thank you so much for becoming a silver level member here on my channel. Thank you for your support. Greatly appreciate you and all the other channel members. And of course, everybody who comes and spends time here on my channel. I greatly appreciate all of you, because if it weren't for you, I would not ever have a YouTube channel. Like, literally, y'all make my YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much. Matthew says, yes, still a ways away, but we're in the Houston area. Excellent. So Amy, you are closer to Fallon than me, I think, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but like, just happenstance, I guess. Joe says, I'm late. First of all, Joe, no one is ever late. We all have lives to live. So please do not ever feel like you are late to my channel. And plus, there's a replay as well, but they are in Central Virginia. Good to have you here today, Joe. So if you have Apple TV Plus, there is a great show on there called The Buccaneers. Highly recommend it if you like kind of like period pieces and such. I love The Buccaneers because it's kind of got more the way that they talk and the way they kind of act is more modern. So it's this weird mesh of like old and new. It's a really good mix, but it's a very interesting mix. And if you need a new show to watch, Buccaneers on Apple TV Plus, highly recommend it. And then my friend was telling me, she's like, oh, if you liked Buccaneers, you'll probably like Gilded Age. And I was like, all right. So I started watching Gilded Age yesterday. Love that one too. It's not as, it doesn't have that like contemporary kind of spin on it, but it's still really good. And I'm like sucked into the drama. A couple episodes in, I'm just like, what? He did who? Huh? So Tracy says, I enjoy watching your channel. Thank you so much. Donna says, I am just south of Houston. Excellent. So I have to be careful on this one because some of these are going to have two colored triangles. So I really need to make sure that I'm paying attention to which triangles go which way. And I am putting them back in the right position. Matthew says, Houston is at least 1 hour away from Houston. 100% correct. 100% correct. Rachel says, I love Gilded Age. It is a good show. I'm really enjoying it a lot. So if you like that type of show, definitely recommend it. I've also been like, so does anybody remember, I'm going to throw out the name of this show. Does anybody remember The Catch? It was on ABC for about 2 seasons. They canceled it after season 2. So we never got to find out what happened because they left us on a cliffhanger at the end of season 2. Can you tell I'm still a little bummed about that? But I found a band from that TV show because they used a lot of songs from the band called Bob Moses. I love Bob Moses so much. They are a great band. If you need some new music to listen to, that's kind of like dance and like, how do I describe them? It's like dance, pop, a whole bunch of different things. Highly recommend. You probably have heard their song before, one of their songs before, and just didn't know it. But I highly recommend Bob Moses. I'm a little sad because they're going to be in town. Well, I say in town, but they're going to be in Texas for a day before the solar eclipse. And I would love to go see their show, but it is going to be close to Houston. Houston or Austin, I can't remember which, but they're going to be nearby. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see them because I don't have the money, and it's also a little bit of ways away to drive, so unfortunately I won't be able to see them. But Bob Moses, I have been jamming hardcore to Inner Light on repeat over and over again. Love that song. Let's see here. I am going way back up because I missed a lot of comments. Mona says, I have to go, major headache. I hope you feel better, Mona. Tracy says, oh my God, I love Gilded Age. It's nice to manners with a little, oh yeah. It's got, yeah, little scandal. I love that. Andrea says, if I remember right, Donna and I live very close to each other, maybe within the same town. Awesome. Kara says, hey Ian, I love your Vortex quilt. Beautiful quilting also. Thank you so much. The Very Thoughtful Quilter, if you check her out on Instagram and on Facebook, I believe. She has her own website too. You can check out her website. The Very Thoughtful Quilter, amazing. She did an amazing job on it. So yeah. Yep. Let's see here. This goes here. I just did one backwards a moment ago, but it shouldn't matter all that much. Any suggestions? Carrie Quilt says, any suggestions on first legit kit to do if someone has never paper pieced before? I'm eyeing Starry Night. I honestly would not start off on Starry Night. If it is your very first foundation paper piece quilt, you'll notice that on the Legit Kits website, there are dots on each of the patterns. So there's 1, 2, or 3 dots on each of the patterns. It's kind of like beginning, intermediate, and advanced. It's not that you're not going to be doing intricate pieces at some point during the quilt. Those 3 dots are more indicated, they more indicate like, is it going to be a few intricate pieces? Is it going to be a medium amount of intricate pieces? Or is it going to be like the maximum amount of intricate pieces? I believe Starry Night is the 3 dots. Honestly, I would stick, if this is going to be your very first one, I would stick to one that has just 1 dot. That way it gives you a taste and you kind of get the understanding of what foundation paper piecing is. And allows you to hopefully enjoy the process. If you want to tackle Starry Night, I'm not telling you don't do it. However, my suggestion would be to start with that 1 dot, whichever kit you are interested in. I would look for the 1 dot, start off with that, and then absolutely after you finish your first one, go for the Starry Night. So that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. Either way, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it, and hopefully kind of gives you a better idea of what that DOS system is. Joan Reed says, hi Ian, all content creators and quilty friends, been cutting a block for my grandson's graduation quilt. This is number 12 out of a bunch of double quilts, excuse me. Hope all are having a great Sunday. I am glad to hear that you're having a good Sunday. Judy does remember the catch. Judy, I miss the catch a lot. Like, I have actually gone back to see if I can stream it somewhere because I loved it so much. And unfortunately, it's like nowhere to be streamed. You can buy it if you want to spend $40 for 2 seasons, but whatever. Marjorie says, I bought some Tula Pink Hexies from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know what to do with them. Good luck. I don't know what to do with them either because I'm really bad at hand sewing, so ooh. Building block would be good. Oh, that's Jackie, that's a good point. So if you go onto the Legit Kits website, they do have a free block that you can, I think you can download, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Jackie. I believe there is a free pattern that you can download and practice FPP to see if it's something that you like and want to do. And then you can, if you get it really, you like hit it and you're like, oh yeah, this is it. I want to do a whole lot more of this. Then jump in, do the Starry Night. But definitely start off on that building blocks. That's a great, thank you, Jackie, for reminding me about that. I forgot about that. Jody says, uh-oh, is Starry Night your sew along? No, it is not. No, it is not. Susan says, good afternoon, everybody. Suzanne, pardon me, says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Carrie says, I didn't notice the dots. I tend to gravitate to complicated stuff. That's why I asked. Thanks. You are very welcome. And Carrie, like I said, that building blocks pattern, great one to start off on. And you can use your fabrics for it. So start off with that one. If you see that one, if you like start putting that together and you're like, yes, I can do this, and you like are very confident in that, do Starry Night. Absolutely. If you start putting it together and you're like, ooh, start off on a 1 dot. Donnell did a live this morning on the building blocks. Part 2 will be coming up soon. Excellent. So head over to Donnell's website. Head over to her YouTube channel, and she shows you how to work on that building blocks. Thanks for the heads up on that. All right, I'm just pressing out my seams now, and I'm pressing my seams for this open because I think that's what you're supposed to do on this one. I think it says that the seams need to be pressed open, but I don't know for sure. All right, so we've got that. I'm gonna go down here. I'm looking away from comments at the moment and entertaining you while this is the bad part. I need like 5 TV screens that I can put all around. I need one in front of my ironing board so that way I can talk and continue to read chat while I'm pressing everything. I really need to get a new ironing board cover. Someone needs to remind me to buy a new ironing board cover when I get off live. All right, so I got to be careful because this has two different colors and I need to pay attention to those. So that's the same color. Those are different colors. Perfect. Jackie says, yes, at least it was when I did. Sharon from Slay Hearts has a tutorial for building blocks as well. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. That's good information to have and good to know. I am hoping to get the Margot the Boxer quilted in the not too distant future. I would really like to get that one finished up and completed. Because I would really like to start entering that one into shows as well. And I believe... So last week I had jury duty. I did complete jury duty. I did remember. I did not have a constable or a sheriff or anybody show up at my door reminding me that I forgot about it. So that was all very successful and everything worked out well. And I don't have to do jury duty for 3 years. At least in not federal, if federal comes, then I'll need to do that. But anything else, I am excused for 3 years because I did my duty. And I don't have to go pay a fine or anything like Becca did. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine. I wish she would, she didn't tell me that she had that, because if she had told me, I would have helped her remember since I was there. But she didn't tell me that she had it, or otherwise I would have been like, hey, don't you have like jury duty or something? Oh man. So the distance says I need to try one of those. Yes, you do, Chris. Yes, you do. It's really good. Donna says, hi from South Carolina. Hello. Shelly says, hello all. I'm sort of late. No, you're not. No, you are not. No one is ever late. Lily says, by me, we're excused for 8 years. Wow. That is a long time. Siberian Wind says, the project I'm starting today is paper piecing, but it's a quilt works and not a legit kits. Very cool. Sewing Sensations with Shady Susan just got home from the quilt shop and they had a sale. That's awesome. All right, what am I going to do now? Okay, sew the diamonds into rows. So I'm going to sew these two together and then these two together. And then sew the rows to complete the block. Okay, so we're going to sew these two together. Let's see how this works. How am I lining this up? Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. These are like way off, it feels like, but I know that it's a 1/4 inch, so like, how very interesting. All right, we're gonna see how this works, because a 1/4 inch, that feels more than a 1/4 inch. I don't know. How do I want to do this? Usually, Jen from Threaded Lines puts a video out each month, actually every week. She'll go through week 1, how to cut all the pieces that you need. Week 2, she'll go through and show you how to sew everything. Week 3, she'll go through and give tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, so I'm a little nervous about how far off this is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you a trick that I do sometimes, because I really want this to be as perfect as possible. So I'm gonna grab a ruler and I'm gonna grab one of my markers, my heat markers. Candace says, I'm saving up for QuiltCon 2. Excellent, I will be there, and I don't know how much I can fit in my luggage, so I gotta be careful when purchasing so that I don't go overboard. All right, so this is the side that I want to mark. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go 1/4 inch in. And I'm just going to make a little line, just helping me kind of find that 1/4 inch. So that goes there. And this is me being like super anal retentive about this because I want these to line up. I'm also kind of practicing to see what it looks like when you put these together. So it is like, this is a little more, I appear to be more crazy than I promise I am, but I really want to make sure, and I'm just kind of trying to test this out and see what it looks like. So that goes there. Okay, so these are our two. Someone with Lane says, I think Big Bubba is mad at me as it's growling at me. Oh dear, that's not good. Pinterest has some cute FPP patterns to check out. Awesome. When is the quilt show that Vortex is going to be shown in? It is in the Dallas Quilt Show and it'll be in March. I can afford to shop my stash right now. It's so exciting on those shelves. Shelly says, take old clothes to wear and leave them when you return. Fill the space with purchases. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I definitely, since I'm going to be staying with Becca afterwards, I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably take less clothing than if I wasn't, and then I am going to wash clothes while I'm there, basically. Deborah, guess where I'm at work? Guess where I am now? Yep, at work. Hey again, everybody. Love you lots. Love you too. Take an empty suitcase big enough to fit your packed suitcase in, and then you can pack the empty one with fabric. So I am going to be I have a carry-on, a checked bag, and a backpack. So I'm pretty much maxing out all of my space already. With everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. All right, so I am going through and I am trying to find, again, I'm being like super anal retentive with this. I'm going way overboard with, most people would just like stick these together and sew. But I want that like super perfection. You could ship a box home, Jackie. That may happen. That may absolutely happen. I did that whenever I was up there. I did pack a box. I actually shipped a box from home to Becca's, and then I shipped one back because I had so much stuff. I had too much stuff. I really did. Buy a big roll of bubble wrap before you go to Becca's. Absolutely. Becca would let you store some things. Absolutely. She absolutely would, Louise. She would let me store some things if I needed to. But more than likely, if there's anything major that I need to like get back home, I will probably ship it because the UPS store is not far from her house. Looks like I may have done it right. You got to be careful with these triangles too because you're dealing with biased edges. So you have to be kind of careful as you're doing this, not to stretch them out. I think that might have worked. Get the vacuum bags. That might happen. Kirk, why do I keep reading that? Deborah, I know it's you. I go to say your name and then I say Kirk. Deborah says, Ian, maybe you should just send a box to Becca's before you leave, then you can fly lighter. That might not be a bad idea as well. Oh, guys, can I show this to you? Oh, this is, look at that. Look at that. Look how good that is. Look at it. Look at it. It's so good. So good. All right, so that is exactly what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to make that little mark because it really helped show off where that 1/4 inch is. And then I can get a much more precise 1/4 inch when I'm trying to line these up. Because that showed me exactly where I needed to put that 1/4 inch. And now that I've ironed it out a little bit, is it slightly off? Yes. Do I care? No. So this is, you can see it's just a hair off, just a tiny, tiny little bit. But honestly, like when you, like, look, can you tell here? I sure can't. I can't tell there. Oh, and I put it backwards. So that is that. Deborah says, well, shake my head. You said that just as I pressed the send button. LOL. I know, it happens all the time. Deborah says, Ian is on a roll. Thank you. Appreciate that. I always fly carry-on, says Shelly. I pack an extra carry bag on a duffel and check my carry-on suitcase if necessary on the way home. Doesn't matter if it arrives late on the way home. That is usually on the way home. I usually pack whatever is like non-important in the checked bag, so that way if it gets lost or delayed, I don't have to worry about it. So Shelly says, I was shopping my stash too. Started a quilt that Tiffany had on her show. I needed 2 charm packs and I only have 1. So now I need to find a charm pack of English Autumn. Does anybody have English Autumn for Shelly? Maybe somebody might be able to help you, Shelly. No one will notice once the entire quilt is assembled. Absolutely. Absolutely. So once the whole quilt is assembled, nobody will notice. But I definitely liked how that looked whenever I did that. So I'm gonna keep marking. I thought that's why I get extra checks. Absolutely. I could fly with more than 1 checked bag if I wanted to. But I think I'm just gonna stick to the 1 because honestly, I only have 1 checked bag anyways, so. All right, so this side, I need to mark this side. I have to like stop and think for a moment which side I need to mark. Ugh. Deborah says, great job, Ian. Keep up the work. Thank you. This quilt has been like super fun to work on. If you ever get the chance to do the Gravity Quilt, highly recommend it. It has been a lot of fun. And I'm learning a lot from it too. The templates that they use in this quilt have been really a lot of fun to learn how to use. In fact, I would love to design my own pattern using these rulers because they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to use. No, that's not quite right. Just there you go, right there. So I'm gonna pin, I'm gonna clip, I should say. I'm not gonna pin. I don't hardly ever pin anything together, but I'm gonna clip this spot right here together. Judy hasn't flown in about 10 years. Whoops. How many check bags can you take? So it just depends, really. Honestly, if you are flying domestic, I think you can fly with multiple bags. Like there is a limit, but like you can fly with several bags. The thing is, you just have to pay for them because each bag costs extra unless you're flying with Southwest. With Southwest, you get 2 free bags. If you're flying with other airlines, you have to pay for each one. And it also depends on what class you're flying in because, spoiler alert, I'm flying first class to and from QuiltCon. I did purchase the tickets myself. That is all my money. Nobody, that is not sponsored or anything else. I purchased them myself. So, yeah, I do get 2 free bags to fly. Whenever you fly first class, you get 2 free bags. I think it's 2 free bags. Pretty sure it is. And so I won't be using both of them, but I will be using one of the free checked bags for sure. I'm paying very close attention to what I'm doing at the moment because I really want to line this up nicely. So give me just a second. There we go. Perfect. I think I got that nicely done. The proof will be in a moment once I pull it away from the sewing machine. As many as you want to pay for, says Carrie Quilts. You can get as many bags as you want to pay for. Ooh, yeah, that's good. I like that. Dragonflies for Donna says, is it an advanced quilt? I don't think it is. I think it is. I just threw stuff on the ground. I'm losing all my pieces. Let's take a look at the pattern here for a moment and see if there is a rating on this one. Nothing on there. Nothing on there. Yikes. I don't. Maybe it's on the back. I don't see a rating for this quilt. It looks like it is all, yeah, I don't see a rating on it. I have not had a lot of problems. I think if you are a confident beginner, I think you would be okay doing this, to be honest. There hasn't been a lot of hard things to do on this one. The diamonds were a little interesting. But they were pretty easy once you got the hang of it. So I would say confident beginner, easily intermediate, and advanced, you're good to go. In my opinion. All right, so we're gonna press this. I've been pressing all my seams open because that seems to be what it wants me to do. Get it? Seams. Oh, this is so good. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Love it. Woo! Katie Crafts says, I've made the pin cushion from the MSQC Advent box, and that took way longer than it should have. Jeesh. Oh no, Jackie says, my son and friends flew to Scotland. 2 of their bags ended up in Paris. That is not where they were going. Not where they were going at all. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I am gonna go ahead and do that method again where I am going to mark these seams because we have some more of these triangles. I'm sure there's a clever way to like figure out how to do this without having to mark it, but I feel like this is just like, there's more than one way to do math problems. Like there's more than one way to do this type of work. So I'm like, let's just do a quick little mark and it'll be fine. Somebody, oh no, the Siberian Wind says, I just chipped one of my favorite rulers. I'm so sad. I hate when that happens. This ruler right here, I chipped one of the corners. Thankfully, it didn't affect things too much, but I hate when that happens. It's really annoying when you're like, no, this is my favorite ruler. It happens though. It do happen. It do happen. All right, there we go. What pen am I using? I am using the Pilot Erasable Friction, and it is a marker. So it has a bit more of a felt tip. It has a felt tip end instead of a point tip. I do use this on the back side of the fabric, not on the front side. I use it on the back side of the fabric. Just so that way it doesn't show through, and it doesn't show, like, it can show back up again. If you iron it, it goes away. If you put it in a cold climate, it will reappear. If you wash it, it goes away permanently, so it doesn't come back again. But I'm doing it on the back side so that way you can't see it. Deborah says, I got a pair of fabric scissors with a subscription box that look like Tula Pinks, but they're not. But beautiful just the same. My jaw dropped on the floor, and oh my God, when I saw it. That's so cool. Chris says, I have to run. It was great seeing you. Bye, everyone. See you later, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. I made the mistake, Anne says I made the mistake of only taking one bag and needles to... I bought a bag at the outlet store, and it was completely worth, and I always check 2 bags now. Absolutely. I made the mistake of, oh, I see. Yeah, it's much better to have more than you need. I actually, when I went to Disney World back in 2018, I believe, I took an empty suitcase. I literally took almost an empty suitcase with me because I knew that I was going to be bringing a lot of stuff back with me. So I took an almost absolutely empty suitcase with me, and it was the best decision ever. So if Wayne says, if you lose your luggage after 3 months, check the Georgia Lost Luggage shop for it. I think they sell loose luggage there. And yeah, so I have actually purchased unclaimed baggage stuff from the Unclaimed Baggage website. And honestly, it is a great place to find deals because I found I wanted to do a test jean jacket for embroidery. And I purchased it off of that website for like 40% off what a jean jacket should cost. So it was a great investment. And they sell all kinds of things there all the time. So it's a good website to check out. Last time I flew, I was trekking through Minneapolis airport with my bags, not moving fast because I had 4-hour layover. And a man pushing a wheelchair asked if I needed help. Oh, goodness. I need some more clips, so I came to get my bag of clips. See, I have my Tula Pink bag of clips. I love these little pouches. They're perfect for putting clips in. Renee says, hello, Ian and everyone. I'm working on cutting out my Funky Friends Block of the Month fabric. The January block of the month is Flamingo. Excellent. Welcome, Jackie. Or Renee, excuse me. Welcome, Renee. Thanks for being here, and thank you for being a channel member as well. Right about there, right? Yeah. Oops. I had it and then I lost it. Nope, too far. There we go. Perfect. So I'm just going to put some clips on either side just to keep it in the right place. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Deborah says, how do you know what a jean jacket would be in it? How did you know a jean jacket would be? So, Kurt, why do I do that? Why? Why do I do that, Ian? I don't know, Ian. That's a very strange question. I don't know. Deborah, you aren't, so on the unclaimed baggage website, they don't sell mystery luggage. They basically, I watched a YouTube video on this. Basically what happens is a bag goes unclaimed, they inventory everything in it, and then if it like does not get claimed at all for months and months and months, they send it to this unclaimed baggage facility. They open it up, they go through everything, and they take out everything that they can't sell, and then they take out everything that they can sell, and they inventory it, and they list items one and one. So you're not getting, it's not like those storage facilities where you don't know what you're buying until you open the door. It is literally, they take everything out, inventory, like if it's an iPhone, does it work, does it not, does it power on? If it is jewelry, is it cracked, is it broken, like whatever. And they go through everything and inventory everything, and then they put it up on their website. So things change every single day. So they're not listing the luggage, they're listing individual items for sale. So I found that jean jacket for sale. I was like, ooh, that's exactly what I need to do this project. And so I bought the jacket. So it's not mystery luggage, it is items. Does that make sense? Randy says, take empty bags and use as a second checked bag on the flight home. That may be what I end up doing. Or honestly, probably I'll be shipping everything back home that I can't fit into my luggage. Carrie says, I'm sewing triangles, sewing up triangles that I cut with my new Acu quilt. I finally had the consistent, perfect points. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. Someday we'll have an Acu quilt, but not today. Needle down, please. Thank you. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. Can I get it right, please? Thank you. That's gonna go in very nicely, I think. Perfect. Hello from Chicago, says Belinda. Hello, thank you for being here. Judy says, I thought they sold it unopened. There was an unclaimed baggage center in Buzz, Alabama? Not sure it's still there. No, they do open it up, and you do get to know, like, it's sold individually. Maybe that's how they did it in the past, but I think with the internet and, you know, all that kind of stuff, I think they turned it more into like a Goodwill, basically, where you see everything. Everything is listed as an item rather than, you know, individual bags or whatever. I did on the Goodwill website, there is a long bed 301 Singer sewing machine, and it has a case, it has everything, and I was like, man, I would love to get this. And the first bid was like 50 bucks or something like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be amazing. So I did put a bid in, and unfortunately I was outbid. It's reaching towards $300 now, and I'm like, yeah, I can't afford that. Can't afford that. But I almost had myself a long bed 301. Hello, Christine. Hello, Ian and everyone from Australia. It's 6 a.m. Monday morning here. Hello, future. Renee Cook asked, Ian, I missed what you're working on. Let me show you here in 2 seconds. Peggy says, hello from Tennessee. Hello, Tennessee. So I am currently working on month 3 of the Gravity Quilt from Jaybird Quilts. So I'm working on month 3. Every time you do one of these, it does the same block in 2 different colorways. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Let me see how this did. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with that. Yep, we're keeping that. Sewing with Lane says, I watched a YouTube video where the YouTuber's bag got lost on purpose, and yet 3 months later it was on the lost luggage site for far less than she paid for the bag, and she bought it back. Oh my gosh. How do you lose a bag on purpose, though? Like, I don't understand how that works. Oh, she just didn't collect it? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she just didn't collect it whenever she like went through her flight. Maybe that's what it is. I bet that's what it is, right, Luane? Okay, are y'all ready to see the first finished block of this? Yep, there we go. So this is first block of block number 3, month number 3, completed, and it looks so good. Oh, I love that. Look how good that looks. If there's any mistakes in it, don't tell me. No, I'm just kidding. Judy says, Ian, if you were closer to me, I would gift you one in a cabinet. No worries, Judy. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to have a case. I have the 301 that I bought. I still haven't, it still needs to get maintenance. I would honestly love to get it painted, to be truthful with you. I'd love to get it painted up. But I would love to have a case. So if you are out and at a flea market or something like that, and you see a trapezoid case for a Singer 301 on sale somewhere, and it's like a good price, let me know. Because I would love to have the case I have the case for Sylvia. I would love to have a case for this one as well, but I would love to have a case in pretty good condition, not like super condition, because they're from the 1950s. None of them are going to be like perfect. But I would like to have it in somewhat of a good condition, you know. Deborah says, I got everything together to do a project at work today and forgot my sewing machine. Oh no! How long are you there? Are you there 8 hours? Let's see. Okay, so we're moving to the next colorway in these kind of like reds and pinks. Looks awesome. Thank you guys. Very nice. Thank you. I love how it turned out. It turned out really well. Oh, but the $50 bag was missing. Yeah, she just didn't claim it. I see. I got it. Because I was like, how do you lose a bag on purpose? I've never, like, right on the outside, please lose my bag. Like, that doesn't quite work. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I want to do this. I'm looking at the picture. I kind of want to follow the picture, but I also kind of want to do my own thing as well. That's the one thing that I've learned about the Gravity Quilt Kit is I was trying to make it exactly like the picture, and the harder I was trying to do that, the harder it was. Like, I was getting confused, and I'm like, well, I don't know if this is this fabric or that fabric. And then I just kind of was like, you know what? We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it, and however it lands is how it lands. And honestly, it has turned out beautifully every time. So I'm a lot happy. I'm very happy with that. Math Geek says, beautiful, and it's in my favorite colors. I love the blues. They're very pretty. I'm looking at it on the floor over here, and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Deborah is at work until 5 PST. Well, you've got a little time. What sewing machine do you take to work with you, Deborah? Curious. Very curious. Curious. Is it raining again? No. I think I need to go through vocal coaching because I can't seem to keep my voice going during live streams. All right, how do I want to do this? I want to do, so it does that and then it does that. So I think I will follow what it suggests in the picture. So we're gonna go bop. But the good thing is I get to lay it out first, and if I don't like it, then I can not do it that way. Shelly says there's a 301 case on eBay for $167. See, for me, that seems really expensive for cases, especially because a lot of times they're not in good condition. I do peruse the I do peruse eBay and some of the other websites to see if I can find something, and a lot of times they're there, but they are expensive. They are very expensive, so. Pat says, have you seen Pat Sloan's video recently, The Duchess? She had it mechanically fixed and painted. I have not seen, I did see on, I think it was her Facebook page, I did see that she got a machine back that had been painted, and I would love to have my 301 repainted. I'm gonna leave my featherweight alone. I don't want that one repainted because that has like sentimental value. So I don't want to repaint that one, but I do kind of want to repaint my 301. I think that would look really, really snazzy. The old Singer shop has a case for $26.99. Not sure if that's a good price or not. Oop, that message went away. I read it right as it went away. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Okay. Cut side, cut and uncut, cut and uncut. I just realized what I said. I'm going to keep moving away. We're going to keep talking. We're going to talk about other things. We're going to talk about all sorts of fun sewing things here on my channel. Yeah, okay, cool. So this goes here. Perfect. Okay. All right, what do you think about, how does this feel to everybody? I know it's not like perfectly centered on the screen, but how does that look? I retracted the comment because it wasn't the whole case. Oh, that's okay. No worries at all. Blah, blah, blah. Deborah says, I have the featherweight and my brother SE425. Love them both. That's awesome. The featherweight is super easy to transport, so I can definitely see you taking that to work with you. Everybody's painting their machines. I really want to paint my 301. What is the machine again that you said you're looking for the case for? I didn't hear that, Deborah. I am looking for a Singer 301 trapezoid case. I found one, I did find one on one of the sites, I can't remember, but I realized that it wasn't a 301 case because there was a lot of space around it. The 301 cases are pretty snug. They're like right there around the 301. But there was one case and it had a lot of extra room around it. And I was like, that's not a 301 case. I know that's not a 301 case. Carolina, sorry. Miss Brown. Miss or Mrs. Brown, depending. I'm looking to get a good machine to replace my 1997 Singer, but can't afford $1,000. It can be really hard. It can be really hard to afford them, for sure. All right. I haven't heard anybody say that they didn't like this layout, so I think I'm going to go with it. I kind of like it. Sonia Luane says, did you see what Rob Appel painted the Quilter's Marine? I did see that. It looks really sharp. All right, so I'm going to go with this. I think this is going to be a good layout. So we're going to do the same thing again, shall we? We're going to do the exact same thing again. It's all the same thing again. It's a good thing about this project is like once you get the first time down, the second one goes a lot faster. Although I am talking a lot, so it may take me just as long to get this one put together because I do stop and read your comments and I love chit-chatting with all of you. Karen says, make sure that whoever repaints it knows what they're doing. One sewing machine mechanic told me about a guy who painted a featherweight and ruined it by disassembling it and painting each piece. Oh boy. No, I would definitely send it to somebody that I like know and trust, and like that's their job is to repaint it. Several people have taken them to like automotive places and got them done, and I'm not comfortable with that because an automotive place, they know cars, they know how to do cars, they don't know how to do sewing machines. So I would probably not take it to an automotive place. I would get someone who knows what they're doing, you know. The parts wouldn't fit together again. That's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Louise is working on a couple of cross sleeve pouches from Center Street Quilts while watching you. Awesome. I love Center Street quilt patterns. They are just, the Hemingway pattern has just taken off. I actually gave one of those to my mom last night, or yesterday, I should say. Today is my mom's birthday, and she loves flamingos, and so I had a fat quarter of the flamingo print from Tula Pink, and I made a Hemingway pouch out of that. She loved it. An automotive place, if you know the person, just not a mechanic, right? Yeah, nope. How do you get the time? Like, that's my biggest question is like, somebody who is an automotive person, how do they know how to get the timing back right on a machine? Like, I wouldn't think, maybe because cars have timing, so maybe they would know how to put it back together correctly. But like, I don't know how to time a machine. Would they? You know, that's kind of my, like, that's why it's really hard for me to be like, yeah, I'll just take it to an automotive. Because do they know how to put it back into timing? I don't know. 'Tis a puzzlement. Tis a puzzlement. I feel like I need to get those like very pointy nails so I can do ASMR. Sewing ASMR. I cracked myself up, and that's half the battle right there. So, you're welcome, everyone. Oh boy. Lily says, I'm on the lost luggage site, and why would anybody put diamonds in luggage unless they are smuggling? I was always told to never travel with jewelry and never in luggage. I don't know. I think some of the items on that website are left on planes. So like your ring slips off and you lost it and nobody finds it until, you know, who knows. I don't know, but I think it's like left behind luggage, but also it could be basically just unclaimed items in general from the plane itself. But yeah, I would not wear diamonds flying. I don't feel like, I don't have any diamonds to begin with. So, not a problem for me. So Terry says they wouldn't get the timing back. They wouldn't take all of the machine with its parts. They would ask you to strip it. Ah, I see. That makes a lot of sense. Pat Sloan sent hers to a featherweight specialist. One lady cleaned the machine and the other lady painted it. Awesome. They would probably just tape off everything and paint it without taking it apart. Ooh, Shelly, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, that like, what if they got paint into places that it shouldn't be, you know? I know that they would be careful, but still, it'd be like, ooh, you know? Like, all the places that I've seen doing repainting, they take it apart to do the repainting. So, I don't know. Shelly says they just take the case off, paint it, and put the case back on. I think the metal cases are easier. Plastic cases are a nightmare to put back on without breaking them. Absolutely. So Terry says, and there's a person on YouTube again, Jen from Sewing Machine Rehab, and she will break your machine down and clean it and put it back together. Carolina Brown bought a Singer HD 6800C with an extension table for under 500 Canadian. Heavy duty with lots of features and extra set of feet, worth looking into. I mentioned above the two YouTubers who worked on Pat Salone's machine, Jen at the Sewing Machine Rehab and Mary from Promethean Sewing Machines. All right, there we go. I couldn't read for a second. I have definitely contacted two different companies about painting. When I first got the 301, I contacted them about painting it. And I have a company in mind, but we'll see. LA for Dreams says, hello, Ian. I'm sorry for being late. I promise to watch later. No worries. You are not late. I am not worried. We all have our own lives to lead. These things happen. I know that I can't make everybody's lives. I try to make Becca's as much as possible, but there are just times we get busy. Guys, I can't believe how soon QuiltCon is. QuiltCon is in 10 days. Can you believe that? 10 days until QuiltCon. It's crazy. It's crazy. So crazy. I just noticed the way that your pieces are sewn together, they would make an envelope. Kind of. They kind of would make an envelope. You would have to add some extra pieces in, but it kind of starts to form that shape. I'm so ready for my Tula Pink irons, everyone. I haven't gotten notification that they've shipped yet, but I am so ready to have those. You know? You know? Janine says, I can't wait for QuiltCon. I can't either. It's going to be a blast. Crazy, right? I've been looking forward to it for so long, and it's almost here. It is almost here. Can't believe it. I get to see all of y'all. I get to give y'all big hugs. I get to give you a little bit of swag if I still have some. I was really hoping Sticker Mule would not run another sale on their stickers, but unfortunately, they did not. So I only have a limited number of swag pieces, which I'm still keeping in a secret as to what mine are. So you'll have to see me to find out. But I think you're going to like it. I hope you are. I hope you're going to like it. My sister, Amy says, my sister lives in Raleigh. So I get sister time and QuiltCon. Awesome. Sewing Flame says Big Bubba got his first tattoo as I put the Cotton Cuts sticker on it. Very nice. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Finally made my first quilt top. Good job, LA for Dreams. That's awesome. Congratulations. Every now and again, I feel like I heat up a certain spot on my ironing board, and every now and again I get a whiff of either the best press or something, because I'll get a sweet smell, and I'm like, where did that come from? My daughter Shania gave me a Singer 301, and it came in a case that looks like a small suitcase. It's in beautiful condition. Kara, that is amazing. That is what I'm looking for, is that kind of, there's a specific case that went with them, and it's the trapezoid case. I think it's called the trapezoid case. I may have called it something different earlier on the live. Sorry if I did. Anyways, I'm looking for one of those cases because I really would love to have a case to put my 301 in, instead of having it just kind of float. But they're hard to come by because they, 1950s, they start to fall apart if they weren't, taken care of. Deborah says, Tulip Pink Iron is really cute. Would buy one if it was a cordless Panasonic. I'm going to grab some more water really quickly, guys. I apologize, but my vocal cords are getting a little dry. So I want to get some more water. This is number 2. I do keep track of how many bottles I drink in a day to make sure that I'm getting enough water. So I drink about 4 of these in a day because it's usually about the amount of water that is quote unquote prescribed each day. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm also filling up the water jug because I don't have any water after I have a Brita, and so I put the filter on it. I promise I wasn't peeing, I was just filling up the bucket. All right, so let's do the thing. So now we're going to sew them into our strips again. Right there. I could probably do this without making these marks, but use every tool at your disposal to get it as perfect as possible, right? Like, I know we're not going for perfection. A finished quilt top is always better than a perfect one. But if we have some tools at our discretion, use them, right? That's what I say. There we go. I can't wait to see Heather from Crimson Tate. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. So excited to see her. She's like one of my favorite people. I have a lot of favorite people. Oops. Tried to mark up my template. There we go. Do you think that in 60 to 7 years that quilters will be hunting for our tools of the trade? I don't know what's going to happen in 60 to 70 years. I know there will be a lot more technology in it. I know that we'll just kind of push buttons and things will happen, but who knows? Excuse me. LA for Dreams says, I think I'm already addicted to quilting. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Welcome to Quilters Anonymous. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the process over again. And I'm just gonna do some quick little, oh, that's weird. Do I wanna go back and work on that again? I might for half a second. This one, for some reason, didn't quite catch to the very end. So I'm just gonna put a couple of stitches in it just to like triply check that it is officially like super closed off and it's not gonna come undone and ravel on me. So I'm just gonna put a few extra stitches in it. It doesn't really need it. It would have been okay, I think, because I was laying them over, but just to double check. All right, there we go. Now that is not going anywhere. All right, what am I doing? Okay, so this, I gotta lay it out. I gotta lay it out again, just to make sure that I'm doing it right. Yep, okay. So we're gonna go boop, 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 boop. Deborah says, wondering if I am one of Ian's favorite people. What color is your 301? Of course you are. Everybody here is one of my favorite people. My 301 is currently the beige, like brown beige kind of color. If I was to repaint it, I would want to do blue. Shocking, I know. But blue is one of my favorite colors, and I would want to do, I would want to redo it in a blue. There we go. All right, I'm going to pin this right there. I also can't believe we're already at Olympics as well. Like the Olympics is coming up already. Just crazy to me. Crazy. I know that the 2020 Olympics was a year behind, and so we had kind of like back-to-back winter and then, or excuse me, back-to-back summer and then winter, it felt like. But it's still, it's crazy that it's already been enough time to elapse for the Summer Olympic Games again. But you know I'm going to have those games on all day long. I love the Summer Olympics. And I will be watching. I will be watching. I'll be watching you. Creepy. Ooh, hey Becca, welcome. Did I get it right? Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yep, I like it. You might be a true quilter if you've already looked at rooms for the next QuiltCon, and yes, I have been looking. No sketchy motel for me this time around in Phoenix. Absolutely. I will tell you, what hotel was that? Shoot, there was a really good hotel that I stayed at when it was in Phoenix in 22, but I can't remember the name. It was very close to the university campus. I would have to go back and look at my notes in the app and find out which hotel it was, but it was a great one. It was a really, really good hotel. It was about a 15-ish minute walk to the convention center, but it was really great. I enjoyed it very much. All right, guys, here's the top half. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Hey, Katie, welcome to the live stream. Dale says, hi, Becca. I love when you have your mom on with you. She was on Friday, and it was great. It was great hearing her and y'all talking to each other. Mav Geek says, oh, they released the dates. I should go look at that. Yeah, the dates have been out for a little bit. So 2025 QuiltCon will be in Phoenix. I will not be going to that one, unfortunately. I tend to like skip a year, kind of skipping 2025. Depending on where it is in I already marked it. Depending on where it is in 2026, I may or may not go. I don't know. Also, I have to see like what's going on. Renee says, okay, gotta go steam cabbage. Is that a euphemism? No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I keep forgetting that the Super Bowl is on today. Oops, nope, that's not it. Right? Nope, that's not it either. There you go. Perfect. As y'all know, I'm such a big Super Bowl fan, so. 2026 is back in Austin. Amy, how did you find that out? I haven't heard the official announcement yet. Did they post it somewhere and I missed it? Give me the deets, Amy. Oh, now I'm getting two conflicting reports because Amy is saying in 2026 it's back in Austin, and then Luane is saying back in Raleigh in 2026. So, what's the deets, guys? I'm curious. I'm dying to know because usually they don't give out the next location until after QuiltCon. Lily, Ian, any news regarding the postcard template? Soon? Soonish? I don't know. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. That's all I can say. Stay tuned. Okay, good. All right. Becca has jumped on and said, you haven't missed anything, Ian. Why did I say it like that, Ian? QuiltCon's website says 2026 will be announced in April of 2024. So after QuiltCon, we'll find out our new location in 2026 in April. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to backstitch right there because I felt like it jumped a couple of stitches. It didn't jump, it just like didn't make perfect stitches there. So I'm just going to backstitch really quick. Oh, Amy says, I was contacted about teaching in 26 in Austin. Oh, are we getting some inside dish happening? All right, Amy. I was kind of hoping it would go further west because it hasn't been out towards the West Coast in a hot minute other than like Phoenix. And I wouldn't exactly consider Phoenix like West Coast. So I kind of wish it would go back out to, you know, California, Oregon, Washington, somewhere out in that area, but I know, Math Geek, the inside scoop. That's a pretty good lead, Amy. Yeah, that's a pretty good lead, all right. So it sounds like you're hearing it first here, guys. It sounds like possibly QuiltCon maybe in Austin in 2026. Keep your ears and eyes peeled. Carrie Quilt says, QuiltCon sounds fun, but I prefer to use the money for fabric. Totally understand. Totally understand. Lily is asking, is QuiltCon ever in the Northeast? I have not seen it in the Northeast as of yet. I did come in kind of late to the game, so my first QuiltCon that I went to was in 2020, and it was in Austin. So yeah, Sewing with Lane says, Google has this. Where is QuiltCon 2026 held? The Raleigh Convention Center is located in the heart of downtown Raleigh, blah, blah, blah. So it's very interesting that Google has it like that, but it may be picking up analytics from this year's. So I don't know. Shelly says, I agree, Phoenix is not west. I don't know. I'd say that it's surprising that it's on the west side of the country 2 years in a row, but I guess it was East Coast last year and this year. So yeah, it was kind of Atlanta and then Raleigh. That's kind of East Coast twice. So I don't know. I know, Shelly, Austin is not west either. I'm logistically challenged. Carrie Quilt says I might go to if it is in the Northeast. Yep. I would love for it to be, I don't know. We will find out. We will find out for sure in April of this year. But we might have had the inner track here. We might have had a hot off the press scoop. Amy, what would you be teaching if you were doing it? I'm curious. Are you going to be teaching this year too? Oops. I would prefer Austin myself. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, Wayne. We will see what happens. I'm very curious now. I'm like super curious. It was really, Austin was a great site for it. Just telling you. When I went to Austin, it was really nice. Hotel was, well, my hotel wasn't close, but there were a lot of close hotels. Mine was actually pretty far. I thought about taking the, not the monorail, but like the tram. I stayed in, what is that area called? Not the Village. Guys, if you've been to Austin, what is that area called that has all the like shops and it has the Apple Store and it has the Home 2 nearby? It's not the Village. And I can't think of the name. Donna, it's going to be in Phoenix next year. 2025, it will be in Phoenix. Amy, how to create, draw digital designs, not teaching this year. Okay. Are you going this year though, Amy? Because that sounds like a very interesting topic to me. Sounds like a very interesting topic to me. Because I would love to get into designing my own quilt designs. Katie, Greenland Quilter, says, we have the Northern Lights last night, and I have a feeling they'll be visible tonight due to a massive CME, coronal mass ejection. If you are unfamiliar with the CME abbreviation, coronal mass ejection. Katie, that is on my bucket list of things to see before I die. I want to see the Northern Lights so freaking bad. But I want to wait until a year when it's like solar max, because that's when you'll have the most CMEs and the most activity from the sun. No, not the Arboretum. Shoot. It's like the, shoot, why can't I think of the name of that? Hold on, I'm dying to figure this out now because Apple Store, Austin, Texas. Domain, the Domain, that's what it is. It's the Domain. So I stayed in a hotel near the Domain. It was about a 20-ish minute drive to the convention center. There is a tram available, like a light rail system. But I stayed in the Domain area because it has a lot of good restaurants and all that kind of stuff. I come to Greenland, says Katie. It just might happen, Katie. I don't know. We'll see. I also hear like Finland and Sweden and like some of those areas have really good views of the Northern Lights as well, which might go there too. I don't know. Assuming that I have buku, maybe when I win the lottery. Come on, go there. Shelly says, I've seen the Northern Lights 4 times in my life from Washington State, been to Alaska several times and never saw them there. How interesting. Iceland, Reykjavik. Hotel prices in Austin are crazy right now. We've been to 2 weddings recently and stayed in little towns outside. Yeah. Austin's going through like some weird tech boom thing. And so like rents are super expensive, hotels are super expensive, everything's super expensive. So does not surprise me, unfortunately. Susan? There's a town in Canada that isn't crazy far from the border that gets the most aurora days in a year, I think, says Anna. Anna, I will have to research that because that would be awesome. Get it every time. Big girls, maybe. Sorry, I got a song in my head and just stuck there. We took a pedicab to our apartment after we saw Bruce in Austin, says Carolina. Interesting, the kid was a riot. A lot of people in Austin, you know, their slogan is keep Austin weird. And I love it. I love it a lot. Pardon me, guys. Austin's a lot of fun, though. If you've never been to Austin, it's a great time. So if it ends up being in Austin in 2026, I may definitely check it out. What is happening here? Yeah, that's what I thought. I need to rethread. Oh. Oh, how did that happen? It like wrapped, thread like wrapped itself around the needle weird. And wasn't, oh God, I'm gonna knock everything off. It like wrapped around the needle all weird and it wasn't sewing and I don't know, it's very strange. What is happening? What are you doing, thread? Sometimes you just gotta talk to your machine. Be like, what you doing? What you doing? Anybody know where that's from? Anybody? What you doing? Kara says, I saw some trapezoid cases on eBay, but they were $100 or more. See, that's, I feel like just for the case, that's too much. If it was in like mint condition, like not a scratch or anything on it. Alaskan Wild Adventures, just subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate your support here on YouTube. If it was like in mint condition, and I mean like not a scratch on it, I might consider it. Oh, I see what's happening here. I might consider that. But if it's literally just like the normal case, I don't know. I can't justify $100 for a case that is, you know, 1950s, maybe starting to fall apart, the leather's falling apart. Like, I don't know. I don't know that I can justify that, you know? Yes, Rachel says that's Portland's slogan as well. It is as well. Joe says, darn, have to leave. We'll have to watch the replay. No worries. Catch you on the replay. Oh, by the way, hi, Joe. This is the future talking to the past. Or maybe it's the past talking to the future. Is that how that works? Anyways, hi, Joe. Oh, Luane has something to tell Becca and Ian. What is that? Okay, Becca and Ian, I was going to surprise y'all, but I'll be coming to QuiltCon. Awesome. That's so great. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see everybody. That's the best part about QuiltCon is like getting to see all your quilty friends and like hanging out. And I'm kind of, honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't get classes this year because I feel like that would take away from some of the time that I get to spend with everybody. I'm even going to hang out. So one of my coworkers from years ago, a job I worked years ago, him and his wife live in Raleigh. And so I said to him, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in Raleigh. And he's like, let's get coffee. So I'm going to have coffee with him Saturday morning. Because there's a place apparently like right around the corner from the convention center. He's like, I've always wanted to try this. And I'm like, well, let's do it. So I'm super excited to hang out with him for a little bit, catch up with him. I just hope it's nice because I would like to sit outside. COVID kind of I'm still COVID shy. And so you will see me in a mask. Not going to lie. I'm going to be wearing a mask a lot of time. Because last year, a lot of people came down with COVID after attending QuiltCon. So I'm going to be wearing a mask a lot of times. That's close enough. I'm okay with that. I can accept that. And so I'll be wearing a mask a lot of time, and I would love to like sit outside. So hopefully the weather's not freezing when he and I get coffee, but we'll see. We will see. So these points are off just a little bit, not super off, but it's within a tolerance that I'm okay with, I feel like. Yeah, no one's gonna notice this at 20 feet away. All right, here is block number 2. Anna says, no sewing here today, but happy to listen to you. Baby dog is under the weather. On my second cup of coffee after the morning cleaning and caring of him, making him a pumpkin bowl now. Ooh, that's so good for dogs. Dogs and cats. All right. So, again, if you tuned in late, I was working on the Gravity Quilt Kit that I received from Threaded Lines. Again, thank you to them for basically giving me the kit so that way I could work on it. And then, so that was both of the blocks that I made today. I will hold both of them up. Whoops. Let's get these in. There we go. Look at these. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. I love it. Those points, like you can't tell at this distance that those points are off. They're just barely off though, so. Love it. Math Geek says, I'm fortunate to have a hotel reservation across the street from the convention center. So do I. I have a reservation right across the street from it. So super excited about that. Let's see here. Math Geek says, absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Katie says, I'm with Ian. I'll be wearing a mask. And as much as I want to be hugged and hug back, I can't do that either. Totally understand. I miss being hugged, but the risk is too high. Absolutely. So, yeah, I'm still going to be hugging. I will be wearing a mask, though. Ooh, I just shot, just see that? I just shot that into myself. I am going to be, the good thing about QuiltCon is you get your badge. Well, the past couple of years, they've put a sticker on it, and you can have red, orange, or green. So if it's a green sticker, then, you know, they're open to giving and receiving hugs. If it's a orange, it's like fist bump or elbow bumps. And if it's red, it's like no contact. For the past several years, they've done that. So, what? Louise? Louise, I'm confused. Riding my horse in front of the computer, all the points match beautifully. Louise, are you like literally on what? Oh, I get it now because I'm looking back at Janine's 20 feet away on a galloping horse. Perfect. Okay. I understand now. I understand. I get it. Marty says, I just got over COVID and it took me a month. I'm so sorry to hear that, Marty. I hope you are feeling better. Last year, QuiltCon had little stickers, red, yellow, and green, indicates that you are good on contact or not. Red, stay away. Yellow, maybe. Green, bring on the hugs. No, Becca, this is my bag. This is my bag. I'm keeping this bag. This is where I keep all of my, you can probably hear them. This is where I keep all my clips, my clover clips in. Shelly says, I would totally have a bug green sticker on mine. Sewing with Lane, there's going to be an LGBTQ plus meetup at the Marriott on Thursday from 12 to 2. I am going to try and make that, Wayne. I think I saw that on, who was that, Brent's? Shoot, his name is escaping me at the moment. Ben Mullet's Instagram. I think I saw that on there. Keep reminding me about that because I do want to attend. Stickers are a good idea. Said that they don't think about people who are colorblind though, like my hubs. Yeah, that's interesting. I thought they had like Maybe they had some text. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I saw some folks last year cover their name badge in green dots. All right, so we worked on month 3 of the Gravity Quilt Kit. I made 2 blocks to add into my collection of blocks. I'm going to take a photo. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Yeah, keep reminding me about that. I know that Ben will have his Instagram as we get closer. He'll have it posted up on his Instagram as well. But yeah, I definitely want to attend that. Jackie says, Ian, have you seen the So Yeah YouTube video, Sewing Underwater? I have not. I'm going to have to go check that out now. Thanks for letting me know about that, Jackie. So we finished month 3. I'm a little ahead of schedule, which is great. I may continue with this. Next week, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing on my live next week, but we have next week's live, I think, right? Let me check my calendar real quick. Yeah, we have a live next week. And then the following week, ooh, somebody just subscribed. Who do we have? Claudia, thank you so much for subscribing. So next week is the 18th. We have Sunday the 18th. We'll be doing something here. Maybe I'll go for month 4. I don't know. And then the following Sunday, I will be at QuiltCon. And I don't know what I'm doing yet because I don't know what's going to happen. But be on the lookout for random lives, so make sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe button down below, click the bell notification icon, and make sure those notifications are turned on for your device. A lot of times people don't know that if you don't turn on those notifications on the device itself, you won't get them. So make sure to turn those on so that way you're notified every time I go live, and I plan on going live probably a couple of times from QuiltCon, so make sure to join in. Oh, Becca, you're so sweet. Becca has just gifted 5 memberships. Janine, Donna, Jackie, Rochelle, and guess who, Nancy? You all received a 1-month membership free of charge to you from Becca. Thank you so much, Becca, for helping to spread the love here on my channel. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, so awesome. So this is if you are unfamiliar with the gift membership, what happens is you have a 1-month free membership here to my channel. After that month, it will expire, and if you'd like to continue with the membership, you'll have to resubscribe. But Becca was kind enough to send those out and give a 1-month free membership to all of you. So thank you again so much, Becca. That was so kind of you. Yeah, awesome. Rochelle with 3 L's has become a member. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so weird. I'm so weird. I'm so weird. Oh, man. So anyways, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Renee, if you click in the chat box right now, where all the chat is happening, if you click the button that has like a $sign in it, if you click that and go to channel membership, you can see the 3 different prices that are laid out for the membership. There are 3 levels. I do not expect anyone to go for the gold membership. Only one person has that, and that was it wasn't a mistake, but I set my membership really high for that one because at one point, the story goes, I launched channel membership. Nobody was interested in it, so I wanted to take it away. But once you launch it, at one point you couldn't take it down. So I was like, okay, so I took all the levels off and made one as high of a level as you could go at the time, which was like $24. And I was like, nobody's gonna buy this, no one's gonna purchase this membership. But then Sue Allen purchased the membership for $25 a month. And I was like, you don't have to do that. Like, please do not. And she's like, no, I wanna support you. I wanna support you. And I'm like, thank you. So thank you, Sue Allen, for being a gold channel membership person, partner, friend. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you for being such a great friend to my channel. I really do appreciate it so much. So Renee, if you click those buttons, I think I don't even remember what I put them at. The base, the bronze, I believe is what, $2.99, I think I said that. Is it $2.99 or $4.99? I don't even remember. This shows you how great I am. See how great I am at running a YouTube channel. So great. I'm so great at running a YouTube channel, everyone. Yeah, okay. There it is. So membership is not working. Why can't I hit? What is happening? That goes through. Okay, cool. But why can't I hit this button? Whatever. Anyways, just head over there. Let's close that. Ugh, close, please. Thank you. All right. Susan O'Neill Smith says, Ian, I tried upgrading my membership and I can't do it. Any advice? I don't know about that. You may have to cancel and then resubscribe at a new level. I'll do a quick Google search after we jump off the live, and I'll see if I can't find an answer for you. And if Becca has an answer, she may jump in as well. So, Louise, thank you. Ian, no, thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but we may continue working on the Gravity Quilt because I would love to finish this early. That would be awesome, but we will have to wait and see. Thank you so, Terry. Appreciate it. It is $1.99, $2.99, and $24.99. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate y'all being here. We got the Super Bowl coming up. I think Teresa's going to go live today. I never know. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Teresa may go live today. And of course, Tiffany will be going live during the Super Bowl. So if you want to get away from your husbands and all of that, head over to Tiffany's channel. She should be sewing tonight while that's all happening. So, all right. Love you guys. I really do. Love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my Sunday afternoon. Hope everybody has a great day. And remember, guys, normal is just a setting on the dryer. All right, I think I proved that. Bye, everyone. Love y'all.